So good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Yes, as Professor So said, my name is Kim Eby, and I am the Associate Provost for Faculty Development here at George Mason University, and I also direct our Center for Teaching and Faculty Excellence. And it is my real privilege to be here to celebrate all of the learning and accomplishments that you all have made here today. Those of you in the back, please come on down. There's plenty of seats. There's just a few things that I wanted to say. I mean, I think language learning is so very, very vital. Can you all hear me if I don't talk with the mic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. I think language learning is so very, very vital. I was a French minor actually when I was in college, and that served me quite well through my many travels afterwards when I was able to go to countries and be able to communicate in new and in different ways with some of the folks that were there. Sometimes kinds of intimidating. I remember when we were hiking in Switzerland and there was a woman from Germany and our common language was French. And she was trying to have conversations with me about Eastern European politics in French. It was a little out of my league, but I tried to keep up as best as I could. And then when I got a study leave here at George Mason, I was part of a Fulbright grant. And as part of that Fulbright grant, we did work in Central America. We did work in Honduras, we did work in Guatemala, and we did work in Costa Rica around intrafamily violence prevention. And as part of my study leave, I actually took classes with the adult and community education in Fairfax County. And one of your adjunct faculty members was my faculty member when I was a student learning Spanish at that particular point. So I think it's really important. It deepens our understanding of cultures. It's really critical to, I think, becoming citizens in a global world. So in terms of the few points that I wanted to make, I mean, one is that some of you might know that we just finished a visioning process here at George Mason University in terms of thinking about where we want to be as an institution and what we want to have our students leave with. And one of the things, and I hope that many of you participated in that process, and one of the things that we did was we defined what we hope it would mean to be the Mason graduate. And in addition to an engaged citizen and a well-rounded scholar, we talked about the Mason graduate as somebody who would be prepared for action. And in particular, we talked about somebody who's interested and practiced in working with individuals from other cultures, backgrounds, and perspectives. And clearly, as language is a powerful window into culture, I think that the achievements and the work and the study that you have brought to bear are critical components of exactly the kind of students that we're hoping to produce here at George Mason in terms of thinking about the Mason graduate. The second observation that I'd like to make, and you all don't know me, but as a faculty member who's been here since the mid-90s, I'm passionate about teaching and learning, which is why I have been director of our Center for Teaching and Faculty Excellence for the past 6 years. And in that role, one of the things that I think is most remarkable is when we're able to take all of the work that you all do in the classroom, all of that learning, and to be able to showcase that learning in creative and artistic ways outside the classroom. And I think this particular kind of event is actually just a model of trying to showcase the kind of learning that happens in the classroom and share that learning with the broader community outside the classroom. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for all of your hard work in making that happen and for enriching those of us who are here to learn from you and to learn a little bit more about the cultures and the languages that you've been studying. The final point that I guess that I'll make is that I feel like this particular event showcases what's so powerfully important about George Mason University. I have the opportunity to talk to admitted Mason students who haven't yet accepted whether or not they want to come to Mason on a regular basis. In fact, just last week I was on a panel representing the academic perspective to prospective students and their parents. And I talk about Mason's diversity all the time and the way that it strengthens our community and the way that it enriches our classrooms, the way that it enriches student life more broadly. And I think that this event, again, is a showcase, a model of that particular kind of strength that George Mason University has. So I'm really eager to hear and learn from you about your various plays and shows, and I'm glad that I have a translation for the first story since I don't speak any Japanese. And I'm looking forward to learning from each of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
the baby for your wholehearted endorsement of this event that we want to bring out. So we're going to start with the Japanese play.
Anybody need some Japanese play summary?
Hello everyone, my name is Savannah Hughes. I'm here on behalf of the Japanese Language Department. I am one of the co-directors of the Japanese play this year. Jeff Buckingham is my co-director in the back there. He's helping out with the technical side of things this evening. I'm welcoming you to the show, The Magic Fan. This is a Japanese folklore tale that we've adapted for the stage. It's about 3 Tengu children that are kind of like demonic birds in Japanese folklore who find a magic fan. Now what is strange about this fan is it makes noses grow long or noses grow short. As they're playing with this fan, a tanuki, which is a badger, which is kind of the trickster character in Japanese folklore, comes along and decides that he wants the fan for himself. He tricks it out of the hands of the Tengu children and has the fan as his own. Meanwhile, a nobleman and his wife are discussing the marriage of their daughter. Who are they going to find to marry her? Amid this conversation, the badger decides to take his chance to trick again, and he makes the nose of the young daughter grow long. The nobleman, so frustrated, seeks help from across the land, but there is only one person who can cure his daughter of her affliction. So, I will now present to you the Magic Fan.